This has been a while ago now, but I'm following Greta Thunberg on Twitter and she posted this article titled something like "Penises shrinking because of pollution," and she captioned it with "See you all on the next climate strike then," or something. I'm gonna check if I can find the post to show you here, but you get how hilarious that is, right? And how tragic at the same time. Yeah, so I needed to look into it and share it with you guys. Hello, welcome to Emsplaining Humans, where I, Margarita, an anthropologist and cognitive biologist, explain science around the human body, cognition, behavior, and health. This week is a pretty small video on a topic that I'm very passionate about, but since I do not think it is helpful to freak you out with an hour-long documentation of all the science about why you really should actively try to face the climate change and pollution taking place, I'm gonna give you a small portion of it now. So, Dr. Swan, who is a doctor in environmental medicine and public health in New York, published a book called Countdown in February of 2021 and has been working on this topic for probably more than 2 decades now, publishing tons of scientific papers around the topic of how plastics, and more specifically phthalates, are threatening the sperm count and altering the male and female reproductive development. This book made the topic so much more relevant, relatable, and understandable, and put together all of the decade-long research she and hundreds of colleagues have put into the investigation of the effect the pollution has on us humans. What research has found is pretty scary, especially for the male part of the population who might want to reproduce someday. A growing number of male babies are being born with smaller penises, lower sperm counts in adulthood, and a reduced length of the anogenital distance. This is the distance from the anus to the base of the penis, and together with penile length, it is used as an indicator of reproductive health. If the anogenital distance is reduced, it shows an abnormal reproductive tract that can be the cause of infertility. This is thought to be an effect of phthalates, a chemical used in the plastic manufacturing to make plastics more flexible. So it's basically in every plastic bottle and every squeaky plastic toy, or in every other thing in our possession at the moment. And it's not just what you have in your possession, it's also what you otherwise get into your system because of pollution. Phthalates are influencing the hormone-producing endocrine system. There's this syndrome that has been described in rats as well, which is called the phthalate syndrome. And it's that when rat fetuses were exposed to the chemical, they were more likely to be born with shrunken genitals. This happens because phthalates mimic the hormone estrogen. And I know most of you think, oh well, estrogen is a female reproductive hormone, so what do men's penises have to do with it, right? Well, both males and females have estrogen, and it is crucial for male sexual function as well. Estradiol, which is the predominant estrogen in the body, is essential for modulating the libido, erectile function, and spermatogenesis in men. So these phthalates mimic estrogen, and that way they disrupt the natural production of that and other hormones in the body, which leads to an interference in sexual development in fetuses and infants, and even in the behaviors of the adults. So as a result of this pollution, a growing number of babies are being born with smaller penises and less sperm. And of course you could say now that size doesn't matter, but we're not talking about the pleasurable part of sex right now, but about the ability to reproduce. So let's collectively get our phthalates together and do something about this. Every little step and every time we talk about it with someone who didn't know helps. So feel free to share this video, and if you in general enjoy videos around the human body, cognition, and behavior, then check out my channel and maybe even subscribe. It makes me so happy, and it does not cost you anything.